All right, it is 5:13 in the morning. This time we really are listening to the Angry Chicken, and we're gonna go ahead and keep working on objective tokens. And I think today the word of the day is going to be dry brush.
Welcome to my hobby desk, and once again, has been the theme of this, I am a little too optimistic about what I'm getting done. The word of the day is going to be wash, and then wait for washes to dry. We are going to get a little dry brushing in a minute. So here are where we're at with these tokens, and you'll notice the Deathwatch token is actually fixed this time, and I think it's going to hold together. So we're going to start off this morning by hitting the little hand gauntlet thing up on the top of the rock. I decided I did want it to stay as a hand gauntlet thing. We're going to do that with Necrotic Flesh from Vallejo. Alright, and we are going to do probably 2 more coats of bronze on the Tau objective. I never did overcoat them with brown as I threatened yesterday. The Chaos one actually looked pretty good, so I figured I'll just do a couple more coats here and we'll just call it good. Alright, let's get started with the washes. So we're going to grab all of the bases that we're going to do our ice effect on, and we are going to lay down a blue wash from Vallejo over all of the enchanted blue, and we'll also do this over the bits of Space Marine armor as well. I'm now going to do a second coat of the dead flesh, and after that wrap up another coat of the bronze. Now we're going to go ahead and dry brush most of our silver metallics. So we're going to do these scarabs, and we're going to do a little bit of dry brushing on the Deathwatch Storm Shield. And we're going to use some Runefang steel for this. And this is a layer paint, so it's a little bit thinner. I notice I have to load up my dry brush more often, but I'll go ahead and do that off camera. And we're going to dry brush up these scarabs. So here is a dry brush scarab and one that hasn't been done yet, just so you can kind of see the difference and just how much that dry brushing brings the brightness of the silver and the highlights back up. It's just a quick, easy technique, and it looks great when you're done. So now we're going to do a little bit on the shield. We're going to do this lettering here just to help it pop out a bit. And then we're going to do the hammer and the sword. The trim around the shield will come back with a brush, and we'll highlight that up with some Runefang steel before we put on some more layers of greedy gold on the coils and the little bits at the corner. We're going to set these guys aside, and we're going to wash our Chaos Icon and our Tau objective. Now we're going to use Army Painter Strong Tone on the Chaos guy, which normally on this brownish kind of metallic I use Flesh Wash, which I'm going to use on the Tau, but I want the Chaos Icon to be like really dirty. So we're going to do this whole thing in Strong Tone, and then we'll go ahead and do the bronze bit on the Tau objective using the Flesh Wash, and it'll keep the warm kind of burnished color of the metal. While that's drying, we're going to go ahead and get out our Dawn Stone, and we're going to just do a little bit of dry brushing on some of the black details just to kind of help chop up some of the lines and separate some of the details on the pieces from the other details, just so it'll be easier to distinguish from them on the tabletop a little bit. You probably won't pick up a whole lot of this on the video. It's very subtle, but we're just gonna do a little Dawn Stone on the dry brush, and we're gonna hit things like the handle part of the stock and the edges on the drones and kind of some of the casing here on the Necron weapon. And now we're going to do that highlighting of the silver metallics and the second layer of the greedy gold here on this objective. And while we have the Runefang steel here on our brush, we're going to go ahead and hit the bits of the metal parts in the bolter and bring up some of the little spherical parts here on the top objective also. And here is the greedy gold for the little gold pieces in the corner of the shield and the skull and the coils. And that is all I had time for today. So if you hobbied this morning, took a video, please link it in the comments below. I would love to see it. And I will see you guys this weekend for a question of the week and a hobby update. And next week, we'll keep working on these objectives. Have a good one.